Okay, I want you to watch these two videos and tell me if you see the difference between them.
Given to Fly, that's one of your riffs. That has such a unique groove to it. What are you playing on the guitar during that?
Well, I
don't even, honestly,
I have to tune it.
What is the tuning of it?
It's Dadgad.
Okay.
Do you see it, or is it just me? Last night, Rick called me and he sent me those two videos and he said, look at this. What do you see? And immediately I noticed one of them looked like an AI deep fake of his short. You can see it in his face, in his hair, in Mike McCready's face, his facial features. It just looks uncanny and weird and fake. It just looks like AI made it, but that's not an AI deepfake. Both of those videos are Rick's videos. One was uploaded to Instagram and one was uploaded to YouTube Shorts. And the one that looks like an AI deepfake is here on YouTube. And as we were talking about this, he told me to go look at my stuff. So I pulled up my most recent example of a video that I uploaded to YouTube and to Instagram. And lo and behold, the one on YouTube looks like an AI deepfake. At first, it's a little difficult to tell, but if you start to look at things like the neck pickup on the Gretsch that I'm playing, or the way the strings go over the pickup, or the Sting logo on the shirt that I'm wearing, or the wrinkles on the shirt, or the details of my hair, it just looks wrong. And the more you look at it, the more it starts to step out. But I wanted to be sure that it wasn't just me and Rick, because admittedly, we're both nerds for this kind of stuff. So I went over and asked my wife, who is a professional photographer. She spends her days editing photos and film photos that she developed and making content of her own. And this is what she had to say. Okay, can I get your reaction to this really quick? These are screen recordings of my short. One is from Instagram and one is from YouTube. This is Instagram. That's YouTube.
You look kind of like, oh, this one's fake.
So you think the YouTube one is fake?
This looks weird. Your shirt looks weird. The wrinkles in your shirt looks weird. Oh, why is the pickup like that?
That's the video. That's the actual video we posted.
Oh, it's like really, it looks like it's AI.
Okay, it's not AI. That's the short that we uploaded. This is Rick. This is his YouTube short.
Oh, that you can definitely tell.
Look at that.
Yeah, you can definitely tell.
Here's the same one on Instagram.
That has Given to Fly.
Oh, weird.
That's one of your riffs.
Right? That looks fake. Like if I saw that, and my brain would flag that as like, oh, Rick's uploading AI content now.
Is it something that we unintentionally agreed to in the terms and conditions?
I don't know.
Or that has been updated that we didn't realize we agreed to, that they're just doing?
I'm not sure. Okay, so here's a Reddit thread that I found, r/YouTube. It says, YouTube Shorts are almost certainly being AI upscaled. And they've got a few screenshots here of Hank Green, who I love. These are two different screenshots from one of Hank's shorts. Now, OP here says, been having an issue for several days wherein shorts looked smeary or as if there was an oil effect applied to them. That's actually a good way to put it. It's like an oil painting sort of look. I couldn't figure out what was different, but I just realized today that it's very likely some form of AI upscaling being applied to the videos. For instance, here's Hank Green from a normal looking short that I took a screenshot of earlier. And here he is less than 12 hours later. Now, you may not immediately see it, but if you scroll down in the post here, they did some excellent work where they took different screenshots at different resolutions and compared them to the original. So the original is here in the bottom center. And when you look at Hank's ear, you can clearly see that there is some kind of AI upscaling going on, especially on this upscaled 1080p. Now, this person says both of these screenshots were taken of the same frame on the same day in the same browsing session and at the same resolution settings. I genuinely thought I was losing my mind until I arrived at this conclusion. It's very clear to see what appears to be upscaling artifacts in the bottom screenshot that you wouldn't expect to see from a simple resolution change, like the extra punchy shadows and the weirdly sharp edges where brightness changes quickly. The most telling sign for me is that the hair looks like plastic in the upscaled version, which seems fairly common to me among AI upscaling models. I thought it might only be that higher resolutions have had this applied, but as you can see, even at the lowest resolution, it does not match the original screenshot. And that's what's weird to me about this, is even if you downgrade the resolution for, you know, your internet speed or something like that, they're still applying this effect. So I pulled up my short, the screen capture from my phone, and you can see what they're saying here applies. Like if you look at where the strings sort of are sitting on top of the pickup, or the outline of the pickup itself, it's where there's like high contrast areas, it's most apparent. It's like this sort of sharpening or outline effect that's happening. And then in low contrast areas, like the area of my shirt here, the wrinkles in my shirt, where it's sort of dark and there's not a ton of data, it's got this oil painting kind of look to it, but it's inconsistent across the board. Like it seems to be really smeary and oil painty up here, and down here it's hyper detailed, hyper sharp and weird. And then down here, look at my hand, my right hand, like my fingers are oddly soft. That is not my original recording. All right, but let's just go to YouTube and go to Shorts. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Mine was...
Yeah, I'm seeing it here. This looks like some kind of face filter thing, which, I mean, Hank and John Green, maybe they are using some kind of face filter effect. I doubt it, but
ability of hope despite the futility of effort.
But look at the outline of the glasses. Like that seems oddly sharp to me. Same thing in the hair. There's like some sharpening, some extra detail going on. But these glasses right here, it looks like they were added later. Okay, same thing here with Rhett and Link. Like look at Rhett's hair up here at the top. I think it's most noticeable with hair in the face. There's that same kind of smoothing, oil painting look to it. And then look at the shovel in the background. Like that shovel looks AI generated. It looks like it was added later in the process. Same thing with the rest of the background here. It looks completely AI generated. And I watch Good Mythical Morning. I know that it's not. I've seen this episode and I know that that's real, but if I'm scrolling on Shorts and this came up, I would think this is an AI generated short, that Rhett and Link were using AI to generate content for Good Mythical Morning that may or may not have actually happened. And that is a pretty massive problem, in my opinion. I'm not totally sure why YouTube is doing this. It could be for a number of reasons. And I don't particularly think that it's something nefarious right off the bat. There's probably some kind of technical reason. Personally, of all the theories I've seen so far, I think the most plausible one is that they're using it to save data, to save space on servers, or to make it easier to stream the content, some kind of performance-related issue where they're trying to downscale the data and then upscale it with AI and thinking maybe nobody's going to notice. But as a YouTube creator, I have a huge problem with this, and I think you should too. Right now, artificial intelligence is the center of a lot of heated debate online and just in the public discourse. Some people have fully adopted it into their daily life. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have people that are hardline anti-artificial intelligence because of the environmental impacts, the implications that it has. And on that spectrum, I'm somewhere sort of left of center. I do use it. I use ChatGPT and Gemini in my daily life. For me, the only way I've found it to be useful, though, is mostly as like a organizational production administrative tool. Running a YouTube channel is a ton of work. It takes a lot of focus and a lot of energy. And so I have found use in having these different LLMs help me organize video ideas, topics, help me write descriptions for my videos, help to go through my analytics and my data on YouTube and kind of figure out what's working and what's not working. But I do not use artificial intelligence to create content for me. And I do not use it as a way to replace my own creativity or my own thought process. For me, that's the line. I'm not going to put my voice out there or my creative work out there or a video out there where I've let the machine, so to speak, do the work for me. But when you see that short that clearly has some kind of AI upscaling on it, I think it's going to lead people to think that I am using AI to create my videos, or that it's been deep faked, or that I'm cutting corners somehow. And that's important to me. I think it will inevitably erode viewers' trust in my content or Rick's content or any of the other creators on this platform that we all watch and we all follow. When you notice something has been made with AI, I think it does sort of erode that trust. It makes you question the reality of what you're seeing. Is this actually real? Is this actually Rick interviewing Mike McCready, or is this actually Rhett playing this Gretsch guitar? The trust of my audience is the most important thing that I have as a YouTube creator. Whether or not you like my content or agree with what I have to say, underneath all of that is this underlying foundation that you trust what I'm making and what I'm saying and what I'm doing is truly me. It is my real opinion. It is my real thought. It is my real work. And replacing or enhancing my work without my consent or knowledge with some kind of AI upscaling system, not only I think erodes that trust with the audience, but it also erodes my trust in the platform of YouTube. If they're going to roll this kind of thing out without my knowledge or permission, what else are they doing in the background with my content and with my data in order to optimize the platform or to increase safety? All this stuff now with these age verification things that we're starting to see on the platform, where you're probably going to have to upload a picture of your ID to get access to YouTube in an unrestricted mode. A lot of things on the platform are changing right now, but this thing in particular is kind of freaky. You don't have the consent of creators that I know of. I didn't consent to this unless there was some sort of change in the terms of service that none of us were aware of, which I find also hard to believe, because typically there are people that watch this kind of thing. And when you see massive shifts in terms of service agreements, particularly in AI being able to use your content, we saw this with Adobe months ago, when Adobe changed their terms of service so that they would have access to your content and your data to train their AI algorithm. A lot of people, myself included, ended up abandoning Adobe. I switched my editing software from Premiere to Resolve as a result of that. But I haven't seen anyone so far talk about this as far as a terms of service shift here on the YouTube platform, to where you give them permission to implement some kind of AI upscaling AI system on top of your content. If I were given the choice, I certainly would not agree to that. I would not allow YouTube or any other platform, Meta, to apply some kind of artificial intelligence to my work. No, this is where I want to hear from you. Are you noticing this in your YouTube Shorts feed? Maybe you're not a YouTube Shorts user, but for now, just jump over into Shorts and scroll a little bit, and then jump over to, Instagram or TikTok and see if you're noticing a difference in the look and feel of the content here on YouTube versus those other two platforms. Based off of what I've seen so far, my guess is that you will notice some kind of difference. For now, I don't know really what to do. I don't have any contacts at YouTube to reach out to or talk to, but I am talking to other creator friends of mine to see if they're noticing this in their content, and trying to get a gauge on how they're feeling about it. But I want to know what you think. Has it made you feel like any of your favorite creators on this platform are starting to use AI to make or alter their content? Because I hope you understand that, at least as far as I know, none of us are doing this. This is YouTube. This is the platform doing this against our will or without our consent. Let me know in the comment section down below. Links to everything are down there. This is a different type of video than I typically do. If this is your first time finding my channel, thank you for checking it out. I typically make guitar videos and videos about music and guitar. So if you find that interesting, click subscribe down below. Thank you for watching. My name is Rhett Shull, and yeah, maybe I'll try and keep you guys updated on this as it's evolving.